My dad, Coach Ron Fudala, warrants being in the Fayette County Sports Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, at this time, he's not there, and that's sad. He was one of the best young athletes of his day back in the early 1950s in both basketball and baseball. And I've been asked to provide some documentation to build a resume for him. But despite looking at numerous archives of the newspapers at that time, I could come up with nothing. But during his days as a South Union Township player under Coach Marty Fagler, he was one of their leading scorers and has been mentioned a number of other times by different athletes. This enabled him to get a scholarship at Salem College, where he went on to play basketball and baseball primarily, but was drafted by the football coach who saw him punting just casually on one of their practice days and told him that unless he joins the football team, they would take away his basketball and baseball scholarship. He went on to become an All-American at Salem College, being inducted into the NAIA Basketball Hall of Fame, where a plaque with his name on it, although his last name is spelled wrong, as it is many times with Fudala, but it's there in the Basketball Hall of Fame, representing his contributions during that time that he was playing for Salem. He was also a part of the team that defeated the #1 team in the country, Rio Grande, who had one of the best players ever to play NAIA basketball, and that player's name is Bevo Francis. After college, he went out to become a teacher and a coach, and his coaching career was amazing. Now, it wasn't the type of career that warranted him getting in the spotlight. My dad was never a person who wanted to be in the spotlight. But going all the way back to 1968, he was the JV coach for the Laurel Highlands team that eventually went on to win the state championship and was very instrumental into helping to formulate their defensive strategies during that period of time. And that had even been mentioned by Ray Yager, who is in the Fayette County Sports Hall of Fame. But most importantly, my dad was there for the development of many of the top basketball players in Laurel Highlands. Gus Gerard, Rod Wheeler, Rick Traynor, Kevin Bialco, and I know that I am forgetting some, but each of them will mention how he played a big role in their development, not only as an athlete, but also as a person. Beyond that, it wasn't just the top athletes that he was there for. He was also there for the person who was the last person on the bench to help them do whatever they needed to do to get better. He was also the playground director for our community, where he dealt with people who were not athletes. And you could talk to any number of people in our area of South Union Township who have fond memories of what he did during that part of time that he was the director of the playground. When he would play box hockey, there was a line that would never end. The same with tetherball or basketball or foursquare. My dad is someone that I consider a quiet hero. And I know that from my growing up in that part of town, in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, South Union Township, there were many quiet heroes. There was Ringy Stefancian, who was my first coach in junior high basketball. There was Turtle Roddy, one of my next door neighbors, and Ted Zajac. They were also people who didn't seek the limelight. But the problem with my dad getting into the Fayette County Sports Hall of Fame has been my inability to find substantiation for the contributions that he had, for his record as an athlete. So I'm calling on any of you out there who know my dad, who know how he may have impacted your life. to perhaps mention to the Fayette County Sports Hall of Fame that he deserves strong consideration to be in that group of people who have represented Fayette County extremely well, not only in their athletics, but in who they were as people. Thank you.